seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, welcome to another episode of Business and Legal Q&A Live. I'm your host, Peter Lamont, and today we're going to be answering a question concerning landing pages and the need for a landing page in online marketing. We're going to be talking about, what a landing page is, how it functions, what you need it for, how you can utilize it to promote your products and services and build a bigger, stronger online brand. Before we get to that, though, I want to thank today's sponsor, and today's show is sponsored by GoldWriter.net. Now, GoldWriter.net provides you with excellent content for your landing pages, for your e-newsletter. They do influencer outreach. They do branding and positioning. And this is done by the founder of GoldWriter.net, Philip Martinka. And he is a highly qualified, specialized copywriter, and he can produce for you high quality content for your landing page, email newsletter, or whatever online marketing platform system you're using. Copyright is so important. Copy that is applicable, that is grabbing the attention of your potential customers. One of the things that they talk about, and we're going to get into that during today's show, but with landing pages, for example, one of the most important things in the landing page is the title, is how you grab the attention of your potential customer. That's what GoldWriter.net does. So if you're interested in GoldWriter.net and having somebody look at what you have and bump it up and bring it to that next level, or you need somebody to create content from scratch, then I encourage you to check out GoldWriter.net and copywriter Philip Martinka. There are links to GoldWriter.net in the show notes, and there'll be a reference to GoldWriter.net at the end of the show too, just so you have that website address. So I'd like to thank him for sponsoring the show. Now, just a few housekeeping issues. We are working on a brand new show, and I'd love to get some of our listeners' feedback. We're thinking about adding a show on Wednesdays that focuses around business law and music. And we're going to, look at it as maybe a 30-minute show and bring on some musicians and artists, some famous, some up and coming, and talk to them about their music and the business and law, the business and legal aspects of music. So, for example, you think, well, what does music have to do with law? Look at all the things that have happened. Milli Vanilli, back when Napster was big and you had Lars Ulrich, Metallica filing lawsuits. There's just a ton of information out there. And aside from the legal, there's the business aspect of it. So if you are yourself an up-and-coming musician and maybe you want some advice and information about how to break into the industry and what you need to do and what you should do to protect yourself, then this show might be for you. So it's in development, and we're hoping to have it on very soon, but I'd love to hear some comments and feedback from our listeners, and let me know if that's something that you might be interested in, or if somebody else that in the music industry might be interested in it. So I think it's a really a great concept. I think it could be a lot of fun. And just looking for you guys out there to give me your feedback and input. Also, I want to remind you to check out UTLRadio.com. It's the main website for this channel, for this podcast and video broadcast, and it's constantly being updated. We're working on it right now to bring some additional new features to it. I also encourage you to check out the Ask Your Question tab on the website, and that allows you to just record directly into your computer your question, which will then be sent to us, and we'll be able to broadcast it live during our live business and legal Q&A sessions. So check that out as well. That's free. It's easy. You don't have to type anything. All you have to do is click a button and record your message. But check out UTLRadio.com on a regular basis. It's going to be in development over the next few weeks, adding some new features and services to it. So check that out. Also, please keep your feedback, your comments coming. It's really helpful. It helps me create better content, give you better guests, provide better shows, and B, it lets me know what things you're interested in, what topics you want to hear about. What are some of the things that, if you're a business owner, are affecting you and you want some information on that? Or if you're, not a business owner, you're a consumer and you want some information about your rights. The feedback and comments are just so important. And I really do appreciate the time that you guys spend, commenting and posting. I try to read every single one and respond to every single one, within a day or so. And again, I really wholeheartedly appreciate it. So keep that coming. All right. So now let's get into today's question. And today's question is, what is a landing page and how do I use it to market my business? All right. So let's start from the beginning. Back when e-commerce was just starting, you primarily had companies, and I'm not talking about large companies like Amazon. Let's stick with smaller companies, people that are maybe selling products or services on a smaller level. And they would have a website. And on that website would be everything that you needed to know about them. And if you wanted to make a purchase of a product or service, you'd land on their website homepage, and then you'd navigate over to the offer or the service or the product that you were going to buy. Maybe you'd end up looking at something, putting it in the shopping cart. And I'm not talking so much about retail, because it's a little bit different. If you go to a clothing website, that you're looking for men's size, whatever it is, t-shirt, and you just click to that, navigate, put it in your cart. I'm talking more about services and smaller scale product distribution. A book, maybe you have a training course that you're trying to sell. Maybe you're trying to sell yourself. Maybe you want to be booked for some speaking engagements and that sort of thing. Talking about musicians for a second, a lot of independent artists are now breaking away from traditional record labels and self-publishing and promoting. And so how would a landing page be useful, and what is it? And what is the difference from going to a homepage and a landing page? All right, so as we're talking, you now know, right, that in the past, everybody was going to a homepage, navigating to the product or service. But that was very hard to do when you are trying to sell a smaller product or service, because you would lose people. Oftentimes, and I don't remember the exact statistic, but oftentimes people are only on your homepage for a matter of seconds. They click on the homepage. If they can't find what they're looking for, or they don't like it, or it's not easy to understand, they're gone. They're gone because there's thousands of other pages out there, and they stopped by your page just to check in to see what you might have for them. And when they get to the homepage and there's all kinds of navigational buttons and things popping up at them, it's like, whoa, I can't find what I was looking for. I'll move on. And all they do is hit that back button, and then they're back on their Google search page. So the idea of trying to sell and promote products just solely from your website, it's not a good idea in today's modern world. Maybe when the internet first came out, that was the way to do it, but certainly not now. So how do you do it now? Well, through landing pages. Now, a landing page is a completely separate, standalone page that you are going to direct visitors to through one click, generally. And it's, it can be hosted by the same provider that hosts your website. Maybe it's a page off of your website. Maybe it is something that's done through another provider. There are a ton of lead page companies out there, landing page, lead page, and they provide you with a standalone page, and then they host it on their server, or it can be hosted on yours. But what's important is that a landing page is a standalone page, and it is typically a page that you want to see in one shot. You don't want to have links on it. You don't want to have the person that lands on the page have to scroll all over the place. What you want is a one-page shot that when they go to that page, they see everything that you want them to see in that screen area. Okay. Now, why have a separate page? Well, there's a few reasons. This landing page is aimed at doing one or two things. First, and most importantly, it is aimed at collecting data from your potential customers. What's the most important piece of data that you can collect from a potential customer? And the answer is their email address. You want to be able to collect that email address so that you can market to them in the future. You need to build up a relationship with your potential online customer. The statistics are something like 96% of people who visit a landing page or a site, they don't buy. They're not first-time buyers. They're going to look at it. They're going to study it. They're going to compare it. And then they're going to come back. And maybe it's not for a month or two. And then maybe they'll make a purchase. But by having the email address, it allows you to talk to them, to communicate with them through the use of email and offers and maybe a monthly newsletter. And then when the customer feels that they can trust you and your product or service, then they're going to make that purchase. So a landing page serves, in one instance, as a way of helping you collect email addresses. Now, another thing that a landing page can do is it can offer a direct page, a direct link to make a purchase. All right. And that's something that is also obviously important. But like I said, statistically, 96% of the people don't make that purchase on the first try. So they go to the landing page, they put in their email address, and that gives you the opportunity to earn their trust, to sell to them, to market to them over the course of the next few months. Now, a landing page can also give something to your potential customer. And things that you would typically give to a customer is an e-report, a small ebook, a white pages report, maybe some chart or spreadsheet or a form or a checklist. Those are things that you might want to give to your potential customer. And it's a way of earning their trust right off the bat. So you're going to say to them, listen, if you want to get this free checklist, click on this link, takes them to your landing page. And on that landing page, all they see is, a picture maybe of your checklist. To download this free checklist, just put your email address here. All right. It's something as simple as that. And they don't have to enter all sorts of additional information. It's just type in your email address, and then they get to download that form or that report, the checklist, whatever it is that you're offering to them. And that's how landing pages are used. Now, you can link to a landing page from your homepage. You can link to a landing page from a pay-per-click advertisement. There are multiple ways of doing it. You could do a YouTube video and put a link to your landing page in it. And that would take the customer directly to that page where they can download that item that you're offering for free simply by putting their email address in. And if you are set up right with the landing page, you're getting that email address somewhere in either a website or a product like Aweber or Constant Contact. You're going to be able to collect that email address because you need to be able to collect the email address. That's how you're going to build your mailing and marketing list. But you can link to that landing page from something else. So you might see, for example, on somebody's homepage, somebody stumbles upon their homepage and there's a pop-up that comes up right away. And it says, for your free book, click here. And you click there and it takes you to the landing page. And it's a simplified way of funneling people to the product, the service, the offer, the coupon, whatever it might be that you want them to see, without forcing them to muddle and sift through your website, which is oftentimes very complicated. I don't want to see about you. I don't want to see, your other clients. I don't want to see other products. I'm only interested in this one thing. And that's why I clicked on your site, and now I'm lost in your homepage. So that's the purpose of a landing page. Now, it's been said by online marketers in recent years that you should not ever engage in an online marketing campaign where you're trying to sell a product or a service without a landing page. That's how important successful online marketers view landing pages. It's critical. It's crucial. It's an absolute necessity so that you can build your list. It's also been said that the email address of your potential customers, the ability to contact them, because when they put in their email address, not only are they providing you with a means of contacting them, but they're giving you permission to email them. That's the most important thing that you can get from somebody. That's how you build a list. That's how you build contacts that you can then market and sell to later. Those people become your loyal fans, your loyal customers. Without that, you just have a website and you're hoping that people land on it and then make a purchase. How many times, just think about it for yourself for a second. How many times have you maybe seen an ad online and you've gone to the website and you're looking for something and it looks like this is a good product? Do you buy right away? Think about it. Or do you maybe follow that page or go back to it in the next few days or look around online and see if there's something better? I typically do what everybody else generally does, which is I'll go to the site, I'll look at it, I'll look around, I'll see what the products they have. Maybe I'll see if there's a review of the product, and maybe I'll bookmark it and I'll come back to it later. I'm not going to just jump into it and make a purchase when I don't know this company or service or person. And maybe I'll sign up, especially if they're going to give me something. They're going to give me a report or a book or some information or access to a video. I'll sign up, and that way I am sort of drawn in because it doesn't cost me anything to sign up. And now, maybe on a monthly basis, I'm getting an email from them, and it's good content. And now I'm like, oh, wow, this is good content. I'm learning something from this email. It's not just a buy now email. It's really something of value. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. So maybe these guys are knowledgeable. They're up on the up and up. So I'm going to use them. I'm going to go to them. I'm going to check out their product. I'm going to give it a shot. That's how it works. Because when you try to nurture a relationship with an online customer, it's sometimes harder than the traditional brick and mortar customers that you'd bring into your store. Because when they come into the store, you've got that opportunity, especially if you're very polite and energetic and charismatic, you've got the opportunity to convert them to a customer because of your attitude and demeanor. You welcome somebody into your store, and maybe you offer them a free sample of a cupcake that you're selling. And before you know it, I'll give you a good example. A couple of weeks ago, I was in a store in a local town, and it was an ice cream store. And they just started marketing and selling their own homemade marshmallow fluff and caramel sauce. And so I walked in because I wanted to see, I'd never been in this place before, and my kids were with me. They wanted a milkshake, and I was looking to see what this place was all about, because there was a Haagen-Dazs right down the street that I would typically take them to. And there was a Maggie Moo's around the corner. So there were places that I could go that I was more familiar with. So I walked in not with the intention to buy anything. When I walked in, they were so nice and friendly and welcoming. Hi, here, would you like to try a sample of this flavor that we're offering this week? And so my kids go up and they get the sample, and now they're like, oh, it's so good. And everybody's friendly. And so I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm here And these people are really nice, and the kids like the ice cream, and there's a lot of flavors, and it's clean, and whatever. So I'm gonna buy them ice cream here. So while I'm online and they're making the milkshakes, the woman says to me, "Do you like marshmallows? Do you like marshmallow fluff?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Do you like caramel?" I said, "Yep." She said, "I want to just let you try this new product. You can buy marshmallow fluff in the store, but it's sometimes processed and it's not all that great for you. Not that any marshmallow fluff is good for you, but she said, try this. It's an all natural product. We make it, we bottle it, we do, all this stuff on our own, and what's in it, what ingredients are in it." And it was really good. I tried a little sample. So then she said to me, "Why don't you buy a bottle? They're typically $15, but we're offering them for $7, right now on sale. And, $15 for a bottle of marshmallow fluff is like crazy, right? But I'm in there. She's telling me that I'm going to get a discount of almost 50% off. And I like it. And the kids are happy and they're real friendly with me. And so what do? I buy the jar of marshmallow fluff for $7. So now I walk out of there. I just spent $7 on fluff and the kids got milkshakes. Why did that happen? Because they were able to draw me in and keep me there because of the way the store looked and their demeanor, their polite, nice attitude, their willingness to offer me things, to talk to me, to show me different flavors. That's why, because I was there and I could see it. I was absorbed in the moment. I was in that zone where it was like, okay, this is a cool place and everybody's really nice and, you feel good. That's why I bought it. But it's a little bit more difficult online because you don't know what you're getting online. You go to somebody's website. How do you know if that's just a bogus website or if that person's really real, right? It's like online dating. How do you know the picture on the screen is really the picture that you're going to, the person that you're going to meet when you have your date? So you need to work a little harder online, in my opinion, to earn the trust of customers. You need to show them that you're not going to hide behind a computer screen, take their money, give them a bad product, and then walk away. They want to trust you. They want to know you. That's why some of the people that are on YouTube that are selling product, they're doing it. They're on YouTube to make you feel warm and fuzzy. You need that warm and fuzzy as a consumer, no matter where you're shopping from. How many times have you bought something from someone or from some store where they were so rude and nasty to you? I mean, maybe every once in a while because it's the only place you can get it. But you walk out of that store thinking to yourself, oh my God, I hate these people. I so wish that this product was sold somewhere else. But you go because you have to. But if you didn't have to, you wouldn't go. So that warm and fuzzy feeling is still, I think, very important. That's why you want to have a landing page. You want to be able to develop that warm and fuzzy relationship with people. You want to earn their trust. And this isn't trickery or trying to fake them out. This is legit. If you have a landing page and you collect their email address and then you never reach out to them, or the stuff that you send out to them is crap, well, that's not going to do any good. That's not going to earn trust. I'm not talking about something fake. I'm talking about something real. You want to be able to provide them with real content, provide them with a real message, and then they're going to come back to you. So you're not deceiving anyone. I mean, if you try to deceive somebody, you'll be found out and people won't buy from you. But if you utilize the landing page the proper way, collect the email address, and then engage your customer, give them things, send them coupons, be genuine with them, give them good content, you're going to have customers for life. Now, that's where we start to get into, well, what goes on your landing page? What kind of copy? What kind of content? And that's why it's so important to understand the function of the landing page before we get into this next segment. Because if you understand that you need to win over that customer, you need to win them over enough that they trust you, that they're going to give you their email address. in a very, very short period of time. In a matter of seconds, they need to be able to click on the link, scan your page, see what you're offering, don't have a landing page filled with stuff because it's going to detract from the message just like the homepage would. Just make it simple. Here's your item, here's your box, your call to action box. Put your email address in and click here. That's what you want them to see. You don't want them to see all sorts of other things. All right, but the content on that page has to be compelling. The headline has to be something that grabs hold of somebody and makes them want to go to the landing page in the first place. So if it's a pay-per-click ad or it's a pop-up box on your site, you've got to have language in there that just grabs their attention. Free this, free that, learn about this. Something like join our mailing list is probably not going to be compelling enough for somebody to want to give you their email address. But if you say, free ebook about something, and it's, really like, wow, free ebook about, that's the topic I'm looking for, then you're going to have somebody go to that page and enter in their information. So you've got to make sure that the content that you put on that page is good, high quality content. So that's why some people use copywriters or writers, because they want that content to be sharp and draw people in. Now, you also need to have some sort of continuity in imagery with your brand. You don't want to have a landing page that doesn't have your logo on it, or you don't want to have a landing page that looks absolutely completely different than maybe the color scheme of your website. You want to be able to identify your landing page with you, even though it's a separate standalone page. You still need to get your branding and your company onto that landing page in a way that makes people understand that it's connected. Does that make sense? They don't want to see a red, white, and blue landing page when your website is all green. It doesn't connect. There's no connection there, and it's going to just seem odd. So that's from an aesthetic standpoint, but it's something that you need to understand and focus on. Now, there's so many ways to create a landing page. You can do it through maybe your website provider, whoever provides you the website. I know sites and services like Wix can give you a landing page. There are also standalone third-party companies, lead pages, I believe, and there's a ton of others. If you search landing pages, just drop that into Google, you're going to come up with a ton of companies that will provide you with landing page services. And while I'm talking, let me just take a quick look. So here's one, for example. If you just go to Google and type in landing pages, you come up with things like leadpages.net, instapage.com, unbounce.com, theme forest, and other things that to add to your site, leadpages.net again. So you could just type this in Google. You're going to see these things that these standalone companies that will help you create a lead page. And some of them, if you are, maybe brand new to this idea, some of them are super simple. It's a template. It tells you how to set up right from the beginning. And some of these, like I'm on instapage.com right now, create a landing page in just 3 minutes. Drag and drop freedom, point and click editing. We have 80 plus templates to help you create the perfect page. So you can go to one of these sites and create your landing page with minimal effort. But whatever you do and whatever you take away from today's discussion, I hope you understand that if you are an online marketer, you're selling a product online or a service, you need to have a landing page. You need to get people. They call it the sales funnel, that funneling people, you want to drive people to where you want them to be. You don't want to leave them loose, floundering around your website. You want to direct them in a particular area or direction. So check that out. And if you have additional questions about online marketing or landing pages, then drop me a line. Put a note in the comment section. Contact me via email at info@utlradio.com. Go on the website, leave a message, however you want to contact me. We're streaming live on YouTube live, and later on, this video will be available for those of you who are not watching live. Just leave a comment in the comment section and let me know that you have questions, and we will sort of continue with this theme moving forward for a few weeks so that I can answer those questions for you. Don't be afraid to ask a question. Remember, there's no stupid question out there. And if you have the question, I'm sure that a million people out there also have that same question. So don't be afraid to ask the question. So that's going to do it. That answers, what is a landing page? How do you use it? And clearly we've identified that it is super important. So I encourage everyone out there who is looking to promote a product or service online, get a landing page. And if you don't understand it, ask questions and I'll be happy to help you with it. I can show you some examples and that sort of thing. So that's going to do it. I want to thank today's sponsor again, goldwriter.net, and writer Philip Martinka of goldwriter.net, who specializes in providing content for things like your landing page. And he will help you create taglines and really attention-grabbing headlines that will bring people to your site. So thanks to goldwriter.net for sponsoring today's show. There are links in the show notes to all of our relevant contact pages. Remember, the website is UTLRadio.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you are notified when new videos are posted. Also follow us at Twitter at PJLLaw. And all links to other social media like Facebook and Google+, they are located on the top right-hand corner or maybe in the center of UTLRadio.com. That's going to do it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. We have a legal question that we're going to get to, and it's really an interesting question. So if you're interested in learning about contingency fees and how and why and when a lawyer will accept a case on a contingency fee basis, tune in tomorrow, and that'll be live on Blog Talk Radio as well as streaming live on YouTube. And we're going to get to that legal question, and then I'll give you the in-depth answer so that you have a better understanding of that. That's going to do it for today. I want to thank you all for joining. Thanks for the comments and the feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Also, you can subscribe on Blog Talk Radio and subscribe to the YouTube channel and let me know what you guys think of the show. And remember, I at the top of the show asked for feedback about the idea of this music show on Wednesdays. And I forgot to mention that would be co-hosted with Bob Hughes, who does the Week in Review show with me on Mondays. So if you have never heard the Week in Review show, why don't you check that out? All the episodes are available online at our website, utlradio.com, and on Blog Talk Radio. So that's going to do it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you tomorrow with Business and Legal Q&A Live. We're going to be looking at a legal question about contingency fees. Until then, remember that there's power in understanding the law.